Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHUTV. My name is John, your host as always. I hope you're all doing well. This video is sponsored by 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below, which will take you directly through to their West Ham website where you can see retro shirts from the 60s through to the early 2000s. There's also Admiral and Umbro polos, t-shirts, sweatshirts and track jackets there as well. So by all means make purchases through that. Anything that you do buy through the link will go to help fund the channel. So thank you very much for any purchases that you make. You'll be doing me a massive favour. The subject of today's video is discussing the last Premier League game of the season away to Watford at Vicarage Road on Sunday. As always, let's talk about the opposition first. PhysioRim.com are reporting injuries to former Hammer Dominus Quina and also Proddle. Capoue could be back for this game from his groin strain problem, but there is still a doubt over Britos as he was suffering with a wisdom tooth problem early in the week. So a little bit strange on that one, but that's the situation Watford are in. Watford have only won one of their last 5 games, which was victory, I should say, over Huddersfield, who were relegated about 6 weeks ago. They drew 1-1 with Southampton and lost to Arsenal, Watford and more recently Chelsea, who did us a big favour, because if Chelsea beat Leicester on Sunday and we beat Watford, we could finish 9th in the table. So a massive incentive for the players. Also, likewise, if we lose and Palace win, we finish 12th. So I know that there's going to be an argument about that Watford have got one eye on the FA Cup, and quite rightly so. But at the same point, I still think that Watford are going to put out a very strong team and give us an absolute beast of a game. Because at the end of the day, they've got the FA Cup final the following weekend. It's the last home game of the season. They're going to want to go out on a high the same way that we did when we beat Southampton, which I'll come into in a moment. So turning to West Ham itself, and keeping with the FA Cup theme, there's a video going up tomorrow which you'll be able to see where I talk about the importance of the FA Cup and what it means personally to me as well. Of course, after the Southampton game which we won 3-0, if you want to watch my reaction video, I should say, click on the card that's up here. We watched the West Ham women lose to Man City 3-0. So my heart goes out to you ladies. You've done fantastically well. First season in the Women's Super League, finishing 7th, 26 points clear of relegation. Phenomenal achievement to get to the FA Cup final as well. And you know, at the end of the day, two of those 3 goals could have been easily dealt with. The first goal should have been should have been saved, and the third one, I'm not sure what the goalkeeper was doing, so I'm sure she's kicking herself about that. But it's at the end of the day, it's a very proud moment for everybody in the West Ham women's team, and I hope you have my heart for that. It's just absolutely brilliant. Pellegrini has confirmed that they're already summing up targets for the start of next season. So cue the remaining 3 weeks to be linked with ridiculous signings to make sure everybody renews their season ticket before the deadline on the 31st of May. I've already done mine. I did mine earlier in the week. So but we're just going to see some ridiculous rumours now, and it's just going to get people to sign at the end of the day. Anderson and Rice should be back for this game. They both missed the Southampton game because of illness, so they should be back. Creswell should also be back as well, and there's a good chance that Nasri could as well, but I don't think so. I really don't think he's going. If he travels, he travels, but I can't see him being on the squad. I really can't. It seems that Snodgrass was serving his 1-match ban from the anti-doping agency last weekend. So if so, I really hope he's in the squad for this weekend, but I don't see him being in the starting 11, which I will come to in just a moment. Guys, before I talk about the starting 11, I want to know, because obviously last night there was the player rewards. I want to know who your Hammer of the Year was. I want to know who your signing of the season was. And I also want to know what your favourite game of the season has been as well. For me, Fabianski, hands down, is the signing of the season. you just can't. There's nobody comes close. I mean, Yarmolenko, you could argue we didn't see enough of him this season. Anderson, I'm guessing, was very, very close to that as well. But for me, as I say, it's Fabianski. My hammer of the year, you're not going to be surprised at this, Declan Rice. I know Fabianski won that as well, but for me, it's just Declan. He's not as spectacular as Fabianski is, and not there's anything wrong with that in any shape or form. But I just think that Rice has played better than Fabianski. He's hardly made any mistakes in comparison to Fabianski. He's even, he's made a few. We all have, but Fabianski just has made a few errors a few times this season. Again, not that much different from Rice, but for me, it is Rice for me as my hammer of the year. Favourite game of the season? That's a bit of a tricky one, if I'm honest. I've been thinking about this for the last few days. Macclesfield, obviously, in the Cup is a very, very high contender. It was a brilliant game. It was men against boys. It really, really was, as I said in my reaction video to it. But for me, for the Premier League game of the season, I would have to say it's Spurs away. Really enjoyed that day. Really enjoyed the game. And yeah, all right. There's the bias and the West Ham fan in me bias of it, but I think it was one of the best games. It was the best game of the season. Hardly anything was done wrong. I was nervous throughout the entire game, but nervous for bloody good reason, because we were so close to getting the victory, and we did. We got it. We made history, as I've talked about. I'm not going to bang on about it again. So, as I say, let me know what your thoughts are on that, guys. Let me know what your hammer of the year was, your signing of the year, and your game of the year. Well, season, I should say, not year, because it's not January to December. So turning to the last part of this video, my starting 11, the predicted 11, I reckon is going to be exactly the same. Fabianski in goal, Fredericks, Balbuena and Diop and Masuaku making up the back four. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Creswell comes in at left back, but I've just got a feeling that the back four is going to stay the same. Rice and Noble in holding midfielders, with Antonio out on the right, Lanzini in the middle, and Anderson out on the left, supporting Arnautovic up front. Because at the end of the day, Arnautovic has been almost back to his normal self that we saw under the latter half stages of Moyes, and also the start of this season as well. So he more than deserves it, as far as I'm concerned. I just want to say, before I go and I start the usual conversation, that anybody that's new round here, welcome. It's great to see you. By all means, please click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because there is a lot of stuff coming up in the next 24 hours, much less in the next few weeks. There will be a FA Cup video where I talk about it, because tomorrow marks the 39th anniversary of when we beat Arsenal. So keep an eye out for that. It's taken me a couple of days to do, so I'm really, really hoping that you guys have enjoyed it. Will enjoy it. And also at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, so 7 o'clock on Friday night, there will be the first ever JPWHUTV podcast, where I interview and talk to Tim from American Hammers TV. I've been doing some podcasts with him on his channel since the beginning of April. Really, really enjoyed doing it. So it's only fair and respectful that he is the first one that I talk to. And hopefully there's going to be more coming up as well. So the more information I get on that, the more I'll be able to tell you. So as always, guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on your starting 11. Let me know what you think the result's going to be as well. And also, if you like the video and you feel I deserve it, by all means, please click the like button. I also want to say a quick shout out to Immortal Warrior 99, who signed up today. So thank you very much for joining, mate. It'd be nice to hear from you. If you like the video and you feel I deserve it, and you feel that anybody else may want to watch the channel, then by all means share this content. The channel is 9 subscribers away from 700. So guys, as I say, please spread the word, and also click the notification bells, because believe me, you're going to want to watch stuff that's coming up tomorrow. So in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your week. If I do manage to catch you on Friday night, it'd be great to interact with you on the live chat. and also, but if not, you'll see me on Sunday. I am hoping to do a live stream where I talk about the West Ham game and also the results as they come in as well. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything should be okay for that. But in the meantime, guys, all the best, and I'll see you soon.